Hey guys, Mr. here again for another video today, and we are back with another playoff video for your Houston Vikings. And in this one, we will face the Minnesota Wild for, I believe, the first time in either of my series. We are going to be facing the Minnesota Wild. Now we will see how this goes. We will check out their team. I'm not too sure how well or how good this team looks currently. Oh, I guess we're simulating first. I didn't mean to do that. I did mean to go down to simulate, but I didn't mean to actually do that. My brain was just so used to going to simulate. That's what happened. So I guess we're going to sim game one first. Although we do have home ice advantage. Our team has not changed at all. Let's see what their team looks like now. First period. Let's go. Curtis David scores the first goal of the series, and it is against Philip Grubauer. Now, we have given a lot of players to the Minnesota Wild, so this should be interesting. Second period now, where Mikael Granlund scored to make it 1-1, but Philip Zadina scored to make it 2-1 for us. And we now head to the third, up by 1, up in the shot category as well. We will see if we can continue. Yeah, okay, power play. We'll see. Power play for Minnesota, they couldn't do anything with it. They have another one now. It is a much longer one as well. But nothing came from it on either one. 56 seconds left of the period, and we win game number one. So the only player the only two players I do know of on the other team right now are Grubauer and Granlund. So let's see. Yeah, well, let's go and see what the team actually looks like now. I've done this a few times before. Hopefully I don't do this again, but we win game number one of the series. That is a good sign. With all of our young players, hopefully that'll be a good sign of lots of wins to come in the future. Let's see. So 92 offense, 91 defense, 86 goaltending. Number 13 is their best player. Now I'm trying to look at that. He looks familiar. I can't quite put my finger on it though. He looks familiar. Kind of looks like Barkov. Yeah, it kind of looks like Barkov. We have a ridiculous team. Curtis David, our captain. What an absolute beast. Yeah, okay, let's go and see this team now. Yeah, that looks like Barkov. Is that Barkov? That might be Huberdeau. That might be Huberdeau, not Barkov. Let's go and check out the team. I don't know. Let's see. View opponents. It's Huberdeau. Okay, yeah. So, this should be interesting. Let's check out this team. So they have Jonathan Huberdeau, who I think they signed from free agency, maybe. I'm not too sure about that. Then Mikael Granlund, who's obviously their player, pretty damn solid. He's now 33 years old. Wow. And then Alex DeBrincat, who we traded to them. Now, that top line were the only ones to get points in the first game, so DeBrincat there as well. Jason Zucker now on the second line with Joel Eriksson Ek and Andre Burakovsky, who we also traded to them. Then on the third line, Sebastian Reese, who we traded to them. Dale McNeely, who they drafted 6th overall in 2022, and Jonas Donskoy. Their fourth line is Miles Wood, Riley Shahan, and Nick Merkley. Interesting. Now defensively, they've got Chris Bakerist as their best defenseman with Tim Conklin, who they drafted 13th in 2020, and Calvin DeHaan with Jacob Slavin, arguably their best defenseman as well, who we traded to them as well. Then Nikita Nesterov and Travis Sanheim. So it's a pretty okay team. And then they have Grubauer as their starter and Bryce Sexsmith, a medium elite a medium elite goalie they have as the backup. Now scratch players, Liljegren is there, so is Delzato, and so is McIsaac. Now we didn't trade them Delzato, but we did have Delzato on the team. Oh wait, maybe not. That might have been the Winnipeg series, not this series. Well, I'm not too sure. I don't remember, to be honest. I think it might have been the Winnipeg series, though. Now, I thought we traded DeBrusque to them as well. So let's go see the injury report for Minnesota, because I could have sworn we traded to them Jake DeBrusque as well, but not looking like it. There says nothing there, so I'm going to assume we did not trade DeBrusque there. I could probably look back in my notes to see if we did or not, but I'm not going to do that. So let's go. We will simulate game number 2 now, and we will see how this grows. Grows, goes. We'll see how this goes. First period. Let's see. Come on. All right. Andre Burakovsky scores on Luukkonen. Like I said, we have a lot of former players on this team, so this could be very bad for us no matter what. Shots 13-8 for Minnesota. Overall, that was just a big, good period from Minnesota. So let's go now. Second period. I was going to say, can we even it up? And Ken Benson scores to make it 1-1, and then Clint Moses scores to make it 2-1. We head to the third, up by 1 as well. Let's see. Hopefully we can hold on to that. Another power play, though. We've been giving Minnesota a lot of third period power play chances, but they have not been able to capitalize on any of them so far. Is this going to be another 2-1 game? Like, it has been a pretty close series so far, and it is. Another 2-1 final score. Only 23 shots from us, though. Luukkonen with a 35 save performance from him. Clint Moses and Ken Benson with the other goal, or with the goals for our team. Once again, not once again, but as well. And we now simulate to game number 3 to face Minnesota, but this time on their soil. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully their fans aren't too great. Looking at Minnesota's record, they had a pretty solid season this year. Like, their team isn't the best on paper, but overall they have like mediocrity. They have mediocre players everywhere, I would say. So I guess that makes for a good team. Let's go though. First period of game number 3, and we get off to a hot start with Filip Zadina scoring, but Jonas Donskoy scores to even up the game. Wow. I'd say that's a 100% a win for the Minnesota Wild, considering they got out of that period tied on the scoreboard with or getting outshot by 10 shots. That is quite interesting. 16-6 were the shots. Now, second period. All right, Minnesota finally gets on the board for the second time in the series. It took 3 games for them to score 2 goals, but or 2 goals in 1 game, I should say. But yeah, Nick Merkley makes it 2-1 as we head into the third, down by 1, still leading in the shot category though. ×8 speed, and is it Darren Nicholas? I think so. Darren Nicholas scored to make it an even game, but Jason Zucker scored again to make it 3-2. It's not Darren Nicholas. What is Nicholas's name? I don't remember, man. But it is 3-2 for Minnesota, and they could be taking a game. Jonathan Huberdeau makes it 4-2. Not a great performance from Luukkonen, although we did have a lot more shots than usual in this game to stop. Grubauer with 32 saves for him with a .941 save percentage. That's not bad at all from Grubauer. So that was definitely a good game from Grubauer, I'm not going to lie. Hopefully we can redeem ourselves heading into this next game. Again, also in Minnesota. Hopefully we can win this one. Let's go. First period of game 4. McNeely and Granlund scores to make it 2-0. So it looks like they figured out how to score on Luukkonen now. Yeah, okay. Shots 12-10 for us. Clearly not that big of a factor though. Second period, no goals allowed in the second period, and we head to the third, down by 2, although still leading in the shot category. We will slow sim it, but it's looking like Minnesota will even up the series, quite unfortunately, that's for sure. Yeah, it's not looking too good at all. Come on, do it, please, score. Someone on Houston. Not going to happen. A 2-0 win for the Minnesota Wild, unfortunately. 3 stars. I'm assuming Grubauer for a star. Yeah, he had a 39 save shutout. I did not realize that's how many shots he had on him. That is quite something, unfortunately. Yeah, okay. So we've played 4 games now, and it is a tied even series. So far, home ice advantage has meant everything. So we now go to game 5 on home ice, and we will see if home ice still factors in. First period, no goals allowed in the first. Shots 8-4 for us. A very low shot or low shooting period. Let's go. Second period. Come on, get on the board before them, guys. You got this. Okay, well, we didn't get on the board before them. Dale McNeely scored, but Curtis David scored to give us an even game heading into the third. Shots even at 18 apiece. We will slow sim the third, and we will hopefully be able to get the lead and hopefully win game number 5 to get a 3-2 series lead. Can we do that? Not looking too great right now. 5 minutes left in the third period. 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, and we head to the overtime frame now. Shots 32-25 for us. Let's see how we do in the overtime period. Will it end early? It will, and Jason Zucker scores his second or third of this round, and Minnesota has won 3 straight games currently against us. Grubauer was the first star again. I think every time now the goalie has been the first star, so that's kind of unfortunate, not gonna lie. This has been kind of not great, that's for sure, because I was really hoping to definitely have a better chance at winning this series, but it's not looking too great. Our leading point scorer right now has 3 points, and it is Filip Zadina. So we now head to Minnesota, all odds against us. We just lost 3 straight games. We're about to get eliminated. We're playing in Minnesota now as well. This could be interesting. Let's go. First period. Phew, not looking good. Jason Zucker scores. He's just been really good this series. He has a lot of goals right now. Filip Zadina then gets his 4th point, and it's his 3rd goal of the series. Then Alex DeBrincat makes it 2-1 for Minnesota at the end of the first. And we head to the second, trailing on the scoreboard, but leading in shots. We need to get more shots. We need to put more pressure on Grubauer. Let's go. Second period, but Terry Yoshimura scores in the second period, and I'm not gonna lie, that is a great sign, because we now head to the third, tied up at 2 apiece, and we still have a chance to force game 7. We have an early power play. We could not do anything with it though, although I'm not too worried. There's still plenty of time in regulation, and if we do have to go to overtime, we've got overtime as well. Power play though for Minnesota. Penalty killers, please. Thank you very much. 2 minutes remain in the third period, and we now head to overtime, where we could lose 4 straight games, which would not be good, although it can happen, or we can force a game 7. Hopefully we will force the game 7. Come on, halfway through the overtime frame now. Come on, boys. Shots are pretty even, but Dale McNeely scores for the Minnesota Wild, and Minnesota wins 4 straight games against us. After going up 2-0 in the series, we lost 4 straight games. Not great. Not a great performance at all, I'm not gonna lie. That was kind of unfortunate, I'm not gonna lie. That definitely sucks. I was not prepared for that. Unfortunately, we've been eliminated from the playoffs, although that is a little taste for the majority of our rookies then. There's at least one bright side to it. Filip Zadina with 4 points throughout the playoffs, or throughout those 6 games. Let's see, him and Benson had 4 points, 3 points for Hischier, only 2 points for David. I mean, they were goals, but he and Yoshimura were -3s. Nickerson was a -3 as well. It is Darren Nicholas, by the way. I thought it wasn't Darren Nicholas, but yeah, I mean, franchise potential. Benson didn't do bad. David didn't do great. Well, Benson did pretty good, to be fair. David should have been doing much better. And Nicholas, it's his first season in the NHL. He had 1 goal. I would have definitely liked to have seen more from him, but unfortunately that's not the case. Now, I do want to see the Minnesota Wild. Dale McNeely had 4 points. DeBrincat had 4 points. Burakovsky had 4 points. Eriksson Ek had 4 points. Zucker had 3 goals, and those 3 goals were important goals against us as well. So really, I'd say McNeely and Zucker were the ones that killed us in that series. They both scored 3 goals each, And then plus the trades as well. The Brinkat and Burakovsky, they both came up huge for them. And of course, Philip Grubauer did as well with a .954 save percentage and a 1.46 GAA heading on to the second round. That is great for them. Luukkonen, really, those stats aren't bad. 929 and a 210. That really isn't bad. It's just not a lot of help offensively from our teams. So that's unfortunate now. I mean, it is going to be a short episode, guys, but I need to go to bed soon anyways, and I still need to record the Winnipeg series, or the Winnipeg episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you all did enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.